How's it going, World Wide Web? This is Darkly, and we are here to react to another death battle fight, this time being Aang vs. Traveler, or as I like to think of it as, Aang vs. Aether, because that is the default player name for the male avatar of Genshin Impact. Yeah, let's go with that. Now, I don't have a lot of knowledge about Genshin Impact. I've tried playing it once, but the start was a little bit too slow for me, and I kind of did not get the waifus immediately, so I kind of dropped it. But even though I have not been an active Genshin player, I don't need a lot of knowledge to know that I'm pretty sure that Aether has a very strong edge against Aang. I mean, Aang, I love you, buddy. I appreciate what you did for me from my childhood, but I don't think the four elements are gonna stand much of a chance when Aether has so much more to manipulate. So, with that being said, I feel like it's no question who I believe is going to win this fight. However, I'm sure there will still be a fantastic animation as always, and I'm looking forward to the surprises that Aether is going to offer to this fight. Now, I only know bits about Aether through just the little pieces of media that I absorb of Genshin Impact on the occasion. I'm more so a Honkai Star Rail player, and out of all the Hoyoverse media, or out of all the ways for Hoyo to debut in Death Battle, I was not expecting Aang vs. Traveler in the slightest, especially when it got announced on the Death Battle Kickstarter. So, whoever wanted Aang vs. Traveler, congrats, you got Genshin Impact into Death Battle, and who knows, maybe we'll see more Genshin Impact in the future. Anyways, that's all I really have to say regarding, that's all I really have to say before we head into this fight. So, let's see what we have going for us. Okay, I was not expecting 3D for an Avatar fight, so...
Which journeyman will come out on top in this elemental
But
battle?
I will say the models look cool.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
Oh yeah,
armor, and skills
that
to find out
choreography
who would
was looking
win
nice.
a
And
death battle.
you know, yeah, this Aang model looks like he's from the new Avatar movie. All right, here we go.
Fire,
Classic Avatar rundown. Let's go.
Long ago, the four nations lived in harmony, united by a master of the elements, the Avatar.
This Avatar reincarnated as different people for centuries, all with their
All right,
own
we got
struggles.
Roku, we got Korra.
And man, was
So
that
we
true
got
for our boy Aang.
Kyoshi,
Not at first,
Roku,
of
Korra,
course,
and now
thanks to his
the
master
titular,
and
the
guardian,
guy that
Yatso.
introduced
As a
us.
cheeky little air nomad, Aang traveled the world causing shenanigans, all while learning to control the winds with airbending.
This is such a
Based
classic,
on the real-life
great
martial art
animation.
Bagua Zhang, airbending is the most spiritual of the four bending styles, focusing on evading
Also, like being
and
the
diverting attacks through
forefront
circular motions.
runner,
With even the
forefront
smallest
candidate
movement,
of
Aang can
debating
create
what
tornadoes,
is
run
technically
like the
anime.
wind, and block hypersonic explosions.
Personally, I
The
just see it as a
perfect style
cartoon
for
and
a
animation,
twinkle-toed
like
goofball
Western
like
animation.
Aang. He
So
even invented his own technique, the air scooter.
other people would say
How does he not
otherwise.
fall off that thing?
Add in
But
a
it's
glider
definitely
staff for flight,
strongly
and the
anime
sky
inspired,
was the limit.
but that's what made it
But
so good.
You know how it goes. Everything changed when the Fire Nation
There it
attacked.
is.
Their conquest spread. War was inevitable, and Aang was the only one who could save the world.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with all that, and being forcibly separated from Gyatso. He was just a kid. So
Yeah,
he froze up.
I'm sure
Like,
being
literally, he
being raised in a
accidentally froze
monk or
himself in his
nomad ship
adorable
is probably
sky bison
difficult.
Appa for 100 years.
Until he was awakened by the Water Tribe siblings.
Yeah, I really
Katara
gotta
and Sokka.
rewatch
Time wasn't
Last
kind to
Airbender
Aang's
again.
People. With no avatar to keep balance,
Because
the
I think
airbenders,
I have a
Aang's
strong
entire
memory of
culture
Earth and
were
Fire,
wiped out by the
but
Fire
water I
Nation.
could use some
Oh, that's
refreshing.
rough, buddy. But Aang took the
You also had to
wake-up
be
call
really
heart.
be
As the
around when this was
Avatar,
airing.
it's
Like this
Aang's
was
duty to understand
amazing
the
to
world's
watch.
people, learning their
Like I would
cultures,
watch
their
this
sadness,
every time whenever I
joy,
visit my
and humanity.
grandparents.
And what better way to do that than learning how they kick ass?
From
Yep.
the Northern Water Tribe and his twin crush, Aang
His
learned
tween
water
crush.
bending. Themed around fluid Tai Chi movements, this style
All right,
controls
yeah,
liquid
solid-
in all
solid
forms
edits,
to
solid
freeze
edits.
targets, create water whips, and even cut through steel.
Learning earthbending was way tougher, but Aang's friend Toph taught him to stop being a
Yep,
wimpy
Top
pushover.
the-
Now he can
Top the
armor
goat.
himself in stone.
honestly,
the terrain of entire
I probably would
cities,
have had
and
Toph
fight
like come
blind
back
with a
rather than
solar-style
Aang.
seismic sense.
Earthbending is themed
But,
around the steady
you know,
stances of Hung
but
Wen
eventually
Kung
we'll get
Fu,
Azula.
waiting for the right
Eventually we
moment
should
to
get
strike
Azula.
head on.
There was a lot to learn, but even with the world at stake and this moody hothead on his tail,
Hey,
Aang
Zuko.
had fun doing it. Who could forget the adventures penguin sledding, going through the bending
me. I couldn't
bayous,
forget that.
and living in Ba Sing Se, the city where no wars
I could not
ever
forget that.
happened.
Yet across his
There was
journey,
no war.
one
There was never a
power
war in Ba
eluded
Sing
Aang,
Se.
the Avatar state, an enhanced mode of being that came to him in moments of peril.
Sure, if Aang dies in it, the Avatar cycle ends permanently, but who cares when it gives you enough power to wipe
Don't
out
make
a
him
whole
angry.
Navy
You wouldn't
fleet?
like him when
Come
he's
on,
angry.
Boomstick. The Avatar state is more than just a power amp.
Oh yay!
Jocelyn? How
Wild
long have you
Jocelyn
been standing
appears.
there?
I've been here the whole time.
I lurk where all Avatar talk is.
Through the cosmic power of the
You know what?
avatars before
That
him
sounds,
and the ancient
that sounds
spirit
accurate.
Rava, Aang gains the knowledge and experience of all previous avatars, greatly expanding his bending options. Lava bending from Avatar Roku,
I feel-
sonic
I
shouts
will
from
say Avatar
Yang
fans
Chen,
are kind of
and
eating
even
right now
more are
from
theoretically available to
Comic-Con,
him through their memories.
Comic-Con announcements, or I
Oh,
won't say
get it.
announcements,
You can't
but
just grind your way
Avatar
to
feed,
controlling
like
the Avatar
Comic-Con
state.
feeds,
Right.
and
if Aang
now
wanted to
this.
stop Fire Lord Ozai, he needed something else.
Now, if
He
only
needed
Paramount would
onion
treat
banana
Avatar with
juice.
respect.
Yeah, technically, I
Ew.
suppose.
Ugh.
Specifically,
Ugh, that's
Aang
certainly
sought the
using-
guidance of Guru Patek. Mastering his power meant clearing his chakras, emptying his mind of earthly attachments. Seems simple, but this
Enlightenment.
also meant rejecting his feelings for Katara,
Going for- oh
the
yeah,
person
going for
he
it is
loved
really cool.
most.
When he had to choose between the world or the girl, Aang followed his heart, and it didn't end well.
Yikes.
He got better. Aang was determined to understand the world's people, even the enemy Fire Nation. Something he accomplished thanks to the redeemed Prince Zuko, the Sun Warriors.
And these two honking dragons, Aang was scared of firebending.
Wow,
but it's
wait.
totally
I don't know if
awesome.
I
It's
did I
not
miss
just
it. Did
about
Zuko
burning
get a
and
fancy
blowing shit
profile
up.
image
Okay,
of
well,
like
it is,
Toph
but
and
there's so
Katara?
much
But
more to it.
Formed from the explosive movements
there he
of
is.
Shaolin
There
Kung
it is.
Fu,
There we
firebending
go.
controls all manner of heat.
The
And
most
through the
redeemed
teachings of
character.
Fire
Let's
and
go.
water, he can redirect
respect.
lightning bending. A
I like the
burst of
frame. I like the
atmospheric
frame choice
discharge
here.
shot at over
That's really good.
200,000
That's
miles
really
per
good for
hour.
this edit.
Iroh, the best uncle ever, used his techniques to redirect natural lightning. So, you know it's the real deal. Not crazy enough?
Iroh
At
also
his
the goat?
peak, Aang surpassed
the body-
benders who
the
could
body
throw
blasts
buildings,
is, like,
melt
really cool.
stone,
I love that
and
one.
hold up this gigantic library solo. Whooping Ozai's butt should be no problem, right?
Not exactly. You see, the air nomads were pacifists who believed in the value of life above all.
Being the last airbender,
Yep,
Aang didn't
seems
think
accurate
his
for,
people
like,
were
the monk
truly
lifestyle.
gone unless he went back on their teachings. Meaning, he really didn't want to kill Ozai.
So, what, he's just a coward now? Mr. Fire Lord is about to burn down the entire
I guess,
Earth
yeah, it's very
Kingdom.
interesting. I have to.
Not at all. Are
I
you even
wonder if, like, the
listening?
previous
Aang
Air
was simply at
Avatar
odds
was
with
kind of
what
the
he
same way,
wanted and
but
what the world expected,
probably not.
so he needed to make a choice.
Right. In his greatest challenge yet, Aang discovered his true self, making his spirit unbendable and finally mastering the Avatar state.
Making him as
Sure,
strong as
unbendable, huh?
avatars who could cause hurricanes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions.
Or in Avatar
Yeah, it
Kyoshi's
seems like
case,
very, like-
a new island.
Yeah,
As in,
very
she broke
island
off
and
nearly 30
continental,
square
like,
miles of a
affecting
peninsula
powers.
to form a new landmass. But to defeat Ozai, Aang needed one final element, something few avatars had bent before: energy bending.
Not the easiest thing to
Energy.
do, but
Yeah,
Aang
this was,
totally
like, an
overwhelmed
amazing,
Ozai,
like,
severing the
card
tyrant's
pull
connection to
in the
fire and
finale.
stopping his invasion, all while keeping his no-kill run
Very
intact.
climactic
The
way
ultimate
to end
FU to this
a-
warlord's
end a show.
ideology.
Now that the Fire Nation had
Youngest airbending
cooled
master, yep.
off,
Wiped down naval fleet, caught an
Aang led a
explosion,
new era
rerouted
of peace
lightning.
with the United
Yep,
Republic of
look at these
Nations,
feats.
a place
Good
where
job,
all people
Aang.
could
Look
prosper,
what you
and where a
did.
new
You are
generation
just a
and a new
wee young
avatar
lad.
would take the reins.
He even got hitched with Katara.
Hey.
Take that, Zutara shippers.
I will end you.
For all
Damn,
his
Rip
doubts, Aang
Jocelyn.
fulfilled the Avatar's destiny and then some. And he did it in
Besties.
a way that was true to who he was.
Because before being the Avatar, or even an airbender, the greatest thing he could ever
He
be
shakes
was
his
himself.
head.
All
That's
in
a
a
great- what a
day's
great
work
shot.
for a free, fun-loving kid.
I am so curious. Like, anyways, as I was saying,
extra
I am curious
barbecue
if like
sauce.
The Legend of Aang has
Add
anything,
extra
but I'm
sauce.
curious about
Welcome
what's
to
gonna be.
Tibet, a mysterious
Yeah, I'm curious
land
what
governed
Genshin
by
Impact is
godly
packing.
archons that drew the
I know
eye
there's a
of
lot of
someone
nations.
beyond the
I know there's a lot of
stars.
archons.
Ether.
Even though I
AKA
stopped
the
playing
traveler
after
who escaped
the first
his dying
game,
world with his
the first
sister Lumine
after getting
in
into
search of
Mondstadt,
the
I should say.
flowers that bloomed
But
on
let's
their
see.
lost home. only to crash land, awaken
Yeah,
to
if my
an
gacha luck was
apocalypse
better, I
and
probably
get
would be
killed
an
by
active
this jerk.
Genshin player,
Separated
but
from his sister,
yeah.
Aether awoke, again, in a new, less apocalyptic age, and fished up his own pathetic pet pixie, Paimon.
I know
Yeah,
the
she makes for
emergency
good
food, that's
emergency
it.
Food.
Yep.
With his new guide, Traveler,
Obligatory emergency
Traveler
food
to
joke.
the windy country of Mondstadt to find his link to the
And
past.
this is as far as I really
got a
got.
Breath of the Wild
That's as far as
glider
I got in
instead.
my
And his first
play of
element,
Genshin
Animo,
Impact.
letting him make air slashes, tornadoes, and of course,
Windblade!
Thank
But
you, Zach
guess what?
Aquilar. I
Traveler
cannot-
wasn't the only one with a power
Windblade
like this.
lives
The vat was
rent-free
full of
in my
blessed
head.
people wielding these relic things called visions.
vision bearers can imbue their weapons and
God,
bodies
the
with
Hoyo
elemental
games are
power,
so-
summon items, and use a special
The items and
vision to
equipment
perceive
in
the elements around
it's a
them.
lot for me
Normally,
to.
they're limited to a
it's quite
single
different
element,
process
but
at times.
Traveler is just built different. Through Paimon's guidance, he began collecting elements from mysterious statues across Tibet. No vision relic needed for him.
Each nation
All right,
had
let's
a
see.
new
Animo,
culture,
Geo.
a new
Yep, look at all
element,
those
a new
elements.
crisis.
Hey,
And new
Aang's 4
character
versus all
banners.
of that stuff.
When asked to play
Oh,
a
yeah,
sleuth
don't
for a
remind me of
murder
character
case in
battles.
Liyue, Traveler wasn't interested. A corpse couldn't tell him where his sis was, but he was roped in anyway and got the Geo ability to form rock constructs and eruptions of
Earth
Earth.
power,
Aether
let's
ventured
go.
to Inazuma, he didn't care about its war with the Vision Bearers and their Archon either, until he saw the suffering caused by its tyrannical rule, and joined the resistance with electro abilities,
Dang.
fighting the powers that be using electric buzzsaws, thunder blades, and lightning.
Yeah,
He
and you
even
wish
learned
you
to
could
dodge
thunder. You
lightning.
could actually
Other
manifest
electro
thunder.
users like my wife Lisa can conjure storms. No shock when my adopted daughter Klee made explosions that raised mountains.
Of
Traveler
course,
met all kinds of people
yeah,
like this.
Boomstick would
You know
be the
type.
kind of a waifu
Twinks.
simp.
Yeah, Tibet has
that's
its own
Sino.
laws, Boomstick. Many twinks being one of them. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, actually.
Ringmaster.
Look at all the
Shut
lads.
up, Wiz. This guy's been playing Genshin since launch.
I know
my Cyro
everything
could
there
use
is
more
to
lights,
know
too.
about the Genshin meta. Either can mix
Oh,
elements
Shenhe.
for different reactions.
I would
Basically,
vote for
big
Shenhe.
elemental combinations.
Is that what
Geo
my commentary is
crystallizes
gonna be? Am I
materials
just
into
gonna say,
special
like,
barriers.
wood roll,
Electro mixed
wood
with
roll?
water stuns foes. Animo spreads elements around.
Are you
and
telling me this
swirls
game
of
actually
destruction.
does like
Boom, boom, boom,
elemental
boom.
combos?
Like how I
Wow.
combine beer and gunpowder.
Exactly, Boomstick. Using Dendro, Traveler can form plant life that, when mixed with water
Oh
and
my god,
lightning,
it
makes
just hit
homing
me.
beans. Yeah,
Jocelyn's
run
the
from
Avatar
that.
fan, like the
With
fan
enough
base,
clever
and then
thinking and artifact
freaking
farming, you can combine
Ringmaster is
anything
the
in
hardcore
Genshin.
Genshin
Okay, we
roller.
get it. Go lose another 50-50.
Yeah,
you
go whale.
I'll show you a whale. Drop
Yes.
one on your lap next time you're not looking.
In Sumeru, Traveler
that
later
gonna be a
meets
new Ringmaster
Scaramouche,
feat?
an edgy cat
All right.
boy with multiple elements at his fingertips.
You know what?
All
Forget
in a time loop that
Avatar
got
versus
repeated
Traveler. Or Avatar versus
168
Traveler. Aang versus
times.
Traveler.
Speaking of
give
time,
me,
Aether had
give
control
me
of
Jocelyn
more
versus
than just
Ringmaster
his own
now.
future. Tibet's fate fundamentally changed
Actually,
in ways
yeah.
small
Wizard
and
versus
grand,
Saku.
all through his
Ringmaster versus
unending
Jocelyn. Let's
willpower.
go.
Because the Traveler was a descender,
Ooh.
someone unbound by
That
the land's
totally
destiny.
doesn't sound
Even
like
this
a total,
big
like,
tree that
Master
records
Chief
all of
Reclaimer
the
thing.
world's events had no idea he existed.
Like when he helped defy the judgment of a biblical
he's out
flood in
outside of
Fontaine, where he
existence?
mastered Hydro for his best Cuphead impression with water bullets.
Heck, a dinosaur chose not to
pilots.
blow up the world just because Paimon and Traveler befriended it. If that wasn't cool
Random
enough,
dinosaur
Traveler
too.
can, unrelated, turn into a dinosaur. Hell yeah! Yo,
What?
look at him. Wonder if I could get a dinosaur on my Genshin team.
Through
Hoyo,
these
what are
utterly
you
distinct
smoking?
Pokemon, Aether can fly,
Some,
dig through
when
the earth,
playing
charge
like
foes
Sorry,
like a
I
Jurassic
question
bull.
some of the
He
some
traveled
of
across
choices
the land,
sometimes.
searching far and wide, and finally stopped swinging that one-star dull blade.
Instead, picking up the prototype Rancor, which he wields
Okay.
like a beast thanks to the Swordmaster Skirk and several
Is that
straight
like a-
days
is
of
that a
training.
Virgil move?
What a
That's
grind set. Still, Traveler's Cyst kept eluding him,
Also, Skirk
choosing to
probably
hang in the
wouldn't feel
shadows
for
with
it, too.
these Gluminati folk.
A group from Conria, the nation cursed by the gods for messing with the Abyss. Unbeknownst to Aether, his sister had already traveled to Vat in a journey that mirrored his own.
And at the end, she found... Well, we don't
What?
really know. Not yet, at least. But whatever it is,
Are these
got
like
her to
siblings,
side with
like
the
separated
creepy
by like
villains.
great
Plot
time
twist.
periods?
Eventually, Aether reached the nation of Natlan to fight in its
Dang.
never-ending war with the Abyss. He gained the Pyro element, learning to launch fireballs and explosions combined of flame with
Okay, the
lightning.
last
He
I
didn't just
heard,
dabble
last
in
I heard
fancy
was that they were
pyrotechnics.
like in
By
Fontaine.
connecting with the people
So-
there, Traveler achieved Night Soul's blessing. A
Actually, no,
power
I did hear
escape
that they
fueled
were
by
in Island too.
primordial element juice, strong enough to make a blade of fire hundreds of feet long. Hell yeah, that's strong enough to take
Alright.
down the heart of the Abyss, which is on the level of 5-star waifus like Mawika and the Raiden Shogun.
An
Would roll
Archon
for her
who,
too.
in ages
But also the
past,
Abyss. I'm curious how
sliced
big the
Yashiori
Abyss
Island
is.
in two.
That's cool, but how about when this Venti guy threw a whole-ass mountain? According to Paimon, Traveler can
Yeah,
level
Genji's
a mountain
already just
himself.
looking like
Additionally,
it's
Aether
throwing a
learned
lot
how to
more
use light energy to
than
form a
Avatar
Kubaki
could.
shield, something he used to protect the people of Nodcry by blocking a cannon blast with enough energy to obliterate a town.
This was no ordinary cannon either. It also uses Kavaki energy, so that's a beam of light.
Through all his adventures, Aether
Okay,
had
so it
come
doesn't
to
sound like he's
genuinely
gone
care
to
for Tevat's
Cryo
people.
yet.
Maybe one day he will reunite with his sister, but for now, he's fighting for a whole new
Oh,
world.
gee.
His new home.
Ooh,
Wait,
you need
planet?
a higher adventure
Oh, boy.
rank for that.
Don't
Well-
you worry, gang. I dumped all my savings
Alright,
into
let's see. Always
Primo
does
Gems for
dailies.
this.
Yeah,
We
same
can't miss when
line.
those ice guys
Cause
trying
giant
to kill the
Cackleham,
Traveler
trains of Relay Shield,
inevitably
yep.
warm up
Defeated
again.
all these people.
Still got it.
Ah,
All
that's why
devouring.
you're broke as shit.
I'm
To
curious
Aether,
what that's
the
gonna
journey
mean,
has
so.
meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs of its people, they are all part of it. Even if he's against the abyss itself, a new dawn is somewhere just
All
beyond
right,
the stars.
I keep hearing
and
the
a field
abyss,
of
so
flowers will mean to love.
I'm thinking the abyss might be there for upscale. Let's see.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data
Okay.
through all
All right, let's see.
possibilities.
Let's see this
time
3D
for
mambo.
a death battle!
It's time for Aang's funeral. I rewatched SpongeBob vs. Aquaman, so that's All right, sorry up with Windblade. I will say seeing through to Aang is kind of wild. He also looks older too. He looks like he looks like the age he would be in Legend of Aang. Dang, he is not pulling any punches. Dinosaur really? Dang, they're really just throwing everything from right off the bat. Alright, I've seen some cool shots. Okay, there we go. Earthbending, yeah, the Earth Reader, yeah. Ooh. Okay, so that's Dendro, I assume. Oh, here we go, elemental combos.
What's going on?
Paimon?
Paimon goes treasure hunting for 2 minutes. Now everything is going kaboom.
Oh my god. Alpha, please eat her. I will say this is like really cool.
Can it do this?
Wow. It's like they're they're really going ham on the elements. I'm seeing a lot of elemental exchanges, so.
Get up! Never, ever, ever stop moving forward.
I was not expecting Paimon to be more as involved as she is right now. Alright, but Aang has entered their avatar state. Blaze kick. Here we go. Why didn't it look like Aang had facial hair for a second?
For those who came before,
Also,
and
he
those
really
who will
lost his
follow.
shirt.
I am Avatar Aang, the last Airbender.
Alright, let's see.
Take this!
Uh-oh. Oh, he used it against him. Wow.
Through the heights and shallows. Through infinite dusks and dawn.
That is a freaking huge sword. Ooh. And that shot felt very reminiscent of Corvus Storm.
Traveler, but does this mean no treasure?
Dang. Well,
And
rip
potatoes
Aang.
are done.
But
What a miss.
yep,
This
knew
was
it.
an interesting
But it was still
pairing,
fun.
So let's
It was
break
still
this
fun to
down
watch.
by power,
So
experience, speed, and elements.
First up, power. Aang and Traveler could both change the terrain
Yeah.
of entire cities,
Alright.
and were way stronger
Tell me
than
about the
characters that
Abyss.
can
How
break
big is the
mountains.
Abyss?
But at their peak, they're both tearing up islands.
Aang's avatar state made him on par with Kyoshi, who created and moved the island
yeah,
of
because of the Avatar
Kyoshi.
link.
Similarly, Night Soul's blessing let Aether contend with Archon-level foes like the Raiden Shogun, who split Yashiori Island in two.
With an attack
Yeah,
that
she
even
did.
Vision Bearers
Good roll.
weaker than Traveler can block. So he's definitely on that level.
Kyoshi Island is over 6 miles wide and long. Kyoshi moved the island 17 miles offshore in 2 seconds. So we have everything we need to calculate the amount of kinetic energy this would require.
Turns out it's basically the same as cutting through Yashiori Island, about 3,000 gigatons of TNT. So their power is tied up.
Which
Really?
means comparing their experience
Really?
is
That's
crucial.
interesting.
Aether's mastered more elements than Aang, but the Avatar state gave Aang centuries of knowledge.
With the memories and abilities of past avatars, Aang's kit was so extensive in a way Aether had no real answer for.
Not to mention, Aang's training was more focused. Traveler is skilled, sure, but his training was mostly just a means to finding his sister, while
Yeah,
Aang's
it's
journey
kinda
was
like- it
all
sounds
about
like
mastering elements to combat
Aether's learning
other
on the
elements.
Experience narrowly goes to Aang. However, another important factor to consider is speed.
In terms of
Oh.
mobility, both could roughly
Yeah, I
match
wonder
the
who.
other. If Traveler was immobilized with earthbending, he could just dig his way out as a dinosaur.
And Aang's
Because
airbending and
the
glider
dinosaur
meant it
is
could
a
easily
weird-
counter
weird
Aether if he took
response.
flight.
But in terms of raw reaction speed, Traveler had it in the bag. Aang bending away lightning is crazy fast, but Traveler could dodge lightning much earlier in his journey, and now he can block
True.
that light-speed
Yeah,
Kubaki
that
laser.
means during
While
that
lightning
lane
can
of
move
lightning
over
was like
200,000 miles
early
per
in
hour,
Genshin Impact's
a
run.
beam of light can move 186,000 miles
Hey, there's a
per
beam of light.
second.
Over
Light speed.
3,000 times
Yep, there it is.
faster
That
than
makes
Aang.
sense.
Traveler takes speed by a landslide.
So this all came down to the elements. Who could turn the
I'm
forces
very
of
surprised
nature
that they
against
got
the other?
equal
At
power.
first, I actually thought this was Aang's dub.
Aether's elemental control is remarkable, but most of his attacks are projectiles, spires, and very specific implements that Aang has bent away in the past. Aether has never shown the precision or creative flexibility that we've seen with Aang's bending.
But throw in the combos of elemental
Yeah.
reactions, and the script flips. Traveler could mix not just his elements, but also Aang's in ways that Aang could not. Bending was Aang's
Oh, yeah.
greatest
Oh,
strength,
you know what?
but
That's
also,
fair, yeah.
against Traveler, a weakness.
Because Aang usually had one or more elements around him, it gave Aether an
You know, I'm
easy
surprised
access
that
point
the
through these
regularly
combinations.
updated
When
game,
Aang used fire, Aether could use lightning to catch him in an overload. If Aang
had
used
equal
water,
power
Traveler's
to show
electrocharge
that
could paralyze
ended
him, and so on.
This
like
isn't
2
just
decades
a gameplay
ago.
thing. Genshin
About
characters
2
like
decades
the
ago.
lovely Lisa canonically say this is how the elements work.
Oh,
And
I'm sure
unlike
Boomstick
Aang,
had to
Aether
fight
has
to
fought
squeeze in
multiple
that
people who can
reference.
use multiple elements. The longer the fight went on, the more Aether would trip Aang up with these combinations, some of which Aang could not bend.
Aang could redirect
Yeah,
lightning,
hybrid
sure,
bending
but what about
would
electro
definitely be
buzzsaw,
interesting to
or
see
an
for a
electrified
future
tornado,
Avatar,
or
but-
dendroblast of
Yeah, they
pure
never
plant
really,
energy?
The Kavaki shield especially
really
gave
never
Aether a
got
strong
to that
defense
point.
to fall back on. Since it was made of pure light, Aang had no way to remove it outside of brute force.
By comparison,
Light-
Aang's
oh,
wind
light
barrier
bending, that
wouldn't
would be
block
so
Traveler's elements. It would actually merge with them and create more combos that would target Aang himself. Not a great situation to be in.
What?
And since
Oh,
Aether's
that
powers
hurts.
came from external earthly sources, like those statues, Aang could not depower him with energy bending, even if he theoretically overcame Aether's willpower.
Willpower that is strong enough to alter the fate of the entire world. Sorry, Aang, but elements goes to the Traveler, cinching his victory. Either way
Well,
you
congrats,
cut it,
Genshin Impact
he was
fans.
in his
You
element.
got your
The
W.
winner is
Well,
the
well, you also
Traveler,
got into the show.
Aether.
All right, what's the next
Okay,
time? Oh,
I'm
what?
ready for my cameo. Oh.
Hi, hi, dummy. Nice seeing you again.
Next time
All right,
on
I'm curious. What
Death
we got?
Battle.
Is it? Wait, robots? Wait, Ninjago. Oh, we got Ninjago. So this is Lloyd. Or wait, probably Brick. Real Brick. Is it a wait Ninjago Battle Royale? What is this?
Subscribe and join as a member
Oh,
to see more
I
Death
think this is
Battle.
a
Thanks
pitch.
For watching.
Wow, that's so cool. All right, well, that was totally a fun matchup, and I think, yeah, the outcome, I'm sure everybody saw it coming. I think everybody and their grandmother saw it coming, but I think it made up for it with a very fun fight, a very fun animated fight that was full of a bunch of elemental dynamics, very flashy, just a visual spectacle that I'm sure kind of helps make up for it. But congrats, Genshin Impact fans. You got your W, you got your debut, and you're probably going to be on the show for a future episode. But I want to really talk about that next time. We got Ninjago versus Bionicle, a Lego battle, which I was not expecting at all. This was not, I'm sure this was not on anybody's radar. Maybe this is a pitch. I would have to look it up and see if it's, if this was pitched by somebody. If it is, it could be one of them that slipped under the radar or wasn't, like, made known public knowledge by the pitcher itself. But this is very exciting. We get Lego in Death Battle, and I'm very curious if they're going to use, if this is gonna be like a stop motion animation, if anybody has their old Lego stuff. Actually, I think I might even have my old, I know I have Bionicles because Bionicle was my childhood. I collected a whole bunch of Bionicles as a kid, and I did watch the Ninjago TV series like a while ago, like I would say like a decade ago, but I have no idea about their lore or their scaling or what even any of them can do. I mean, they're both red, so they probably can fight with fire, but otherwise I have no idea how this is going to go down. So this is going to be fun. I was not expecting Bionicle to return in 2026. So I'm looking forward to what this will entail. Anyways, Darkly is going to sign off right here, so have a smiley rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.